Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the NXT recap brought to you by the Smacked Raw podcast. I am your host, Katie. Baby.
Hey! Speaking of which, is that an Adam Cole
It
on
is.
your? Okay. I noticed it while the intro was going, and so I wanted to make a point to ask you about it.
Yeah, he's gonna be our fourth for NXT recaps. He's just gonna vibe.
Perfect.
In the corner.
I like it.
Works for me.
Thank you. We're a wrestling news podcast thing. We do that sometimes. I'm joined, of course, by my dynamic duo of RN and Kevin. Crazy. How you guys doing?
We do, baby.
I'm doing great. Gonna raise the roof.
Can you not though?
I rendered her speechless. maybe just annoyed actually, but I'll take it.
You got annoyed right on the nose. So usually you can find us streaming on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the occasional Saturday, and Sunday, depending on pay-per-views, on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. Subscribe to the page or follow. I don't remember exactly what it is on Twitch. But you do that, you get notified when we go live. Both. You get notified when we go live.
You can follow and then subscribe. Sorry. Go do your magic. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Just need to do the intro. Just let me get through it. So when we go live, and then when the standing streamer goes live with his show Putting You Over. If we're not live, you can find us on youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified when we post a new video. Subscribe. We're almost at 200. Please. I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah!
So you can see all of this nonsense happen. If you don't want to,
I don't know why you wouldn't want to.
If you don't want to see it, which I understand why you wouldn't, we have the audio form up on a plethora of podcast platforms. Basically anything you can think of, we're on. So go listen if you want, or watch. I don't care. Do both.
Yeah, that would actually be really dope if you did both.
There we go. And in case you
But you don't want to miss out on this face.
So we're the exclusive recap for Wrestling News World. Head on over to the website, bookmark the page, make it your home for all of your wrestling news, wants, and needs by checking out their podcasts, their articles, and their premium content. And of course, help support us, not only by doing the usual like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, what have you, but Kevin, where can they go?
Yo, I got the best website in the world for you tonight. I think you guys can guess. It's patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast. You can go there. There's a lot of different tiers you can pick from with different monies and different things you can get for those monies that we will do for you. You can get some stickers. You can get some shirts that Katie, of course, will never get.
Never.
Ever. Like, it took her a year to get the stickers, it felt like.
It took me 2 months. 2 months to get my stickers.
Holy shit. Sneak peeks on our videos. We'll pick on your wrestling opinions. We'll shout you out because we love y'all. And you can get some fucking advertising. And we hit all the demographics.
I think you actually...
We are the demo gods.
Wrong recap. It's not this recap.
Fair enough.
I think you actually got everything this time.
I've been working on it.
Proud of you.
I like how you were like counting the whole time. Too.
Well, yeah, I was making sure you got everything.
Hilarious.
That's what I do. we're not here to
Eh,
pick on Kevin.
You are the
Kevin's not
host.
here to pick on me. We're here to talk about NXT.
Well,
How'd you guys feel about NXT?
I can't make any promises.
NXT was a good show. Damn good show.
Yeah, it was.
I hate to say it. I know I'm gonna be a hater, but consistently to me, like NXT is just a better show. I'm sorry. AEW has better. I'd say they have better moments, but overall better shows. I think NXT wins hands down.
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel bad about it. I think it's just a fucking matter of opinion, honestly. Like, they're different to me, you know. I don't even know what it is about AEW that I like better. I just do. Like, I can't fucking explain it, you know. I mean, it just has that thing for me.
I think that's how it is with NXT now, especially now that I've actually given AEW a chance, and now that I'm consistently watching it live when it happens, reacting to it when it happens. Like, overall, even now where it sucks how I'm watching NXT, like, I still think NXT is a better show. Like I said,
well,
don't get me wrong,
you can
overall a better show, but AEW has consistently had bigger and better moments, though. I won't give them shit for that. Like, I won't be a hater on that. They have had consistently bigger moments and bigger, I guess, snapshots for the year and shit in wrestling. Like, I'll give that hands down to AEW. I'm not even gonna front.
Well, I mean, FTR versus the Bucks. Does it get bigger than that? You know,
that's what I'm saying. And to me, the Lucha Bros match, like, I don't think NXT. I haven't seen. Like I said, I love NXT. I think NXT is better. They have not put on a match as good as that this year, for a fact.
It's hard to top that.
I mean,
it is hard to top that.
You heard it here first. Lucha Bros, Ray versus Penta can't be beat.
No, to me personally, the first one was match of the year. So far, like, I haven't seen anything I could say that I remember more spots from, and that I remembered bell to bell. Like, I mean, I'm sure some of the things I missed, but like the high points of those matches, I can't tell you I know a match at NXT like I do those two matches. I'm the NXT guy, so
that's true.
Right. I mean, you could definitely make an argument for that being the match of the year. Like, there's no lie there, that's for sure.
No lies detected.
Facts.
Yeah. Fax machine.
Facts of life.
So let's actually talk about NXT.
They do it.
We start with Johnny Gargano's Wheel of Challengers because he's determined to break his curse. Much like Sasha Banks, every time he wins the title, he loses at his first defense. So he rigs a wheel with. Don't even tell me I'm wrong. It literally went.
Oh no, he
backwards.
May have been started out as maybe a real thing, and then he rigged it by putting cheeseburger. I mean, what's his name's name? Piece of paper onto the wheel.
Yeah. So it has very nice colored black and yellow names like Pete Dunne. I saw Roddy, Ciampa, Priest. Big names.
Yeah.
And then you just see a piece of white paper with the name Leon Ruff on it.
I wonder whose name he covered up.
I don't know.
Right? Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either, honestly. I just thought they had the spot and piece of tape. So
yeah, they didn't have one made for Leon Ruff previously, and they were just 5 minutes before the show, they were like, "Oh shit," just put it there.
Or his name was already on there, and they just said, "No, we have to make it look more sketchy, so we'll write it on a piece of white paper and we'll put it on the wheel."
Yeah.
So it ends up being Leon Ruff, this scrawny little guy. Maybe 100 pounds.
Jesus.
He looks like my pen.
He was so small.
Looks like my pen.
Yeah.
This is horseshit.
I'll briefly explain the match and you can explain. Exactly.
NXT guy already.
You better make me some time. The rant coming.
I'm gonna give you some time, so I'll briefly explain everything. I don't have a lot of notes anyways because it was a very short match. So Gargano being the bigger man, ironically enough.
How many times are you gonna fucking ever say that?
Hey, that's why I said ironically enough. Also, I think Kevin's frozen.
Fuck it.
Oh well. So
He's back.
Gargano,
I'm coming back. I'm sorry. My internet went a little.
You literally Undertaker'd us. You were
Goofy
like
on
sitting
me,
back,
but
and then you fucking like set up back into the.
Low-key terrifying. So Gargano dominates literally 99.9% of this match. Throws Ruff outside of the ring, and Damian Priest is like standing behind the glass, and Johnny's like talking some shit because chicken heel shit. And then Priest is just like walks around, he's just standing at the barricade. Johnny gets nervous, goes back in the ring. I believe it was like a crucifix bomb pin combination thing.
Which is dope. It was a crucifix. It was a crucifix bomb. It was fire.
It was amazing, especially because the kid is, I shit you not,
Literally.
the size of my pen. And he pins Johnny Gargano and becomes the new North American champion. And the belt, let's talk about the belt.
I popped.
Wider than his whole fucking body.
The belt didn't even fit it. You could roll him in a ball and the belt was still bigger than him as a person. Like,
He's as
It
big
covered up
around
his whole-
as my goddamn forearm.
Literally covered up his entire chest.
it did.
Oh yeah.
So, RN, please go on your rant.
It's actually not a rant now that I think about it. It's just that I'm not mad at this because they went the opposite way that WWE main roster went with Sasha shit. They leaned into it. So that's dope. And like that's the difference between NXT and the main rosters is Triple H here's the crowd and uses it to his advantage every time. What pisses me off is this is a straight fucking ripoff of Ring of Honor, Cheeseburger versus Roger Strong for the TV title. I can't remember what year it was, but it's literally the exact same thing. And almost I had to look it up to make sure that wasn't fucking Cheeseburger because they look exactly alike. They're both 74 pounds. They're both black as shit, and they're both corny as shit. I really thought that was Cheeseburger. Well, and if you don't know, Cheeseburger's another skinny black dude from Ring of Honor. They did this exact same fucking storyline. Exact same storyline.
Oh my god.
So I guess it's not a rant. It's just like, come on, man. What the fuck? But this is how WWE does because as we stated in the chat, most of you motherfuckers don't watch anything else but WWE and fucking AEW. So a lot of people didn't know that.
I knew who Cheeseburger
Well, they
was.
pulled one over on me, I guess.
I know who Cheeseburger is. I've not like I've watched like whole episodes of like old TNA.
It wasn't
stuff,
like I said.
but
This wasn't recent. This was maybe 5-6 years ago. I mean, because shit, Roddy's been with the company 4 years, so it may have even been longer than that. Now that I think about it.
yeah. So it's not that I don't watch other stuff. I watch mainly matches from other companies, not like full episodes.
I just hear excuses, but it's okay. I won't hold it against any of you.
All right.
And I keep forgetting some of the stuff you guys are probably like in middle school when it came out too. So you get a pass for that. Sometimes I do forget how old y'all are.
Well, I was out
Not
partying,
too old,
being a
you're
punk
older than
guy.
me.
Yeah.
See, back then, I was in Ring of Honor back where I lived. It only came on at like 2:00 in the morning on Saturday nights.
Oh.
So it was always
Right.
on like, after we got food and shit, made it back home. Sit down, turn the TV on. Ring of Honor's on. So like I never missed it on a Saturday night because it was right after the fucking bar, right after we already got carry out and was back at home. So it was on right then and there. So I'm literally in my bed eating a fucking Burger King nuggets and shit.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Kev's gonna go yell at his kid.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. So a continuation of the match. Ruff is backstage and he's getting interviewed, and Damien Priest is like, "Listen, Johnny's gonna come back. He's gonna be pissed. Take my car and go. Which Damian Priest being the big brother, I love. And basically, Johnny comes out and is yelling at Regal, saying, "Do your job. This match doesn't count. This wasn't Johnny's idea because Johnny hates wheels." Like, yet, right before he spun it, he was singing a nice little song about Johnny loves wheels and all this.
Yeah. This part, like those parts, like I wasn't mad. It was all fucking gold. Like,
I love it.
Like it was dope. I mean, like I said, him like, listen, take the keys, get the fuck out of here. You're gonna die. I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. That, like I said, everything around it was dope until like, because I always try and like stay off of Twitter because I haven't watched the show yet, especially with our group like Matt, and Vince and all them watch and tweet about it live. So I always try and stay off it. I get on my other Twitter account that doesn't have everybody on it. Mm-hmm. So right when I watched it this morning, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" They fucking cheeseburgered us. Remember I put in the chat too there. It was like, speak English. I'm like, fuck, none of you guys know what the hell I'm talking about.
I was at work when you were popping off. I was laughing. Because I remember hearing, like, I didn't watch it,
I was laughing too.
But I knew of the situation. So I was just laughing the whole time.
Fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah. By the way, I figured out my internet issue. My kid was downloading fucking Gary's mod add-ons for his computer. So it was, killing my internet.
He waits for every Thursday to fucking get on the internet.
He does.
I swear to God. I even talked to him like right before I was like, bro, I'm starting. You got to not do that stuff. And then he did it anyway.
At this point, he's like,
he's grounded.
I'm dead.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Anyways, second match of the night.
Oh no. Here he is. He apparently has something to say.
Cause I thought double streaming, like doing something like watching YouTube. And
he didn't realize the downloading the mods was going to take up internet space.
Is that what you look like under the beard? Because he talks just like you. Sounds exactly like.
How was I supposed to know that?
Nah, he's actually like I'm stepdad. So
it's that nature versus nature shit, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, trust me, he mine.
Sounds exactly fucking like you.
RN said you sound just like me.
I guess I kind of do.
Even that right there, just that statement.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that was got to be more careful, I guess.
The way he said it too, it was.
Kev as fuck.
That was crazy.
I love you, buddy. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, he's
fun.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No more downloading stuff, or you're grounded. All right, buddy. I love you. There you go. I didn't realize he was coming out here. Sorry about that.
You're fine. Anyway, second match of the night. Second title match of the night. We have Santos Escobar taking on Jake Atlas for the Cruiserweight title. Thoughts about the match? Like, let me hear them.
Well, first thing, if you put these two next to each other and ask the non-wrestling person who didn't know who they were, who do you think they would pick to be the gay man? Just based on their outfits alone.
Not Jake Atlas.
Probably not Jake Atlas. I was looking at that and I saw his little Santos little tassels and shit flying around and shit. I'm like, if I didn't know who these men were, like, I don't know who I would have picked if someone asked me that question.
No,
I might be slightly homophobic, but the tassels get me every time.
No, I hear you. If they were like, yo. No, but I hear you though. If you were like, yo, one of those dudes is gay, and I'm not gonna tell you which one is. Jake Atlas, no, he doesn't even like. There's nothing stereotypically gay about that.
No, he looks like the hottest nigga alive, jumping out the car with the pipe and shit, fucking him up, bro. Like I'm all in on Jake Atlas. Like his his moveset, all that shit.
No, I love him.
The fact that he's gay to me is a cherry on top that they fucking need to start using. Like I said, don't make him fucking flamed out and make it a big deal, but mention that he's gay. Like, mention that he's one of the first openly gay wrestlers. Like, I hate to have to rant on this and make it a thing, but it's like they're so stupid at bringing in new fans. Like, and they wonder why viewership is going down and things like this aren't getting pushed up. You're not bringing in new fans. It's just fucking old fuckers like us. No offense, Katie, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their demographics are not what they needed to be. Like, you have so many opportunities and so many ways to bring in more people, and like they drop the ball every time.
No, absolutely. And the thing is too, is what's so important to me about like mentioning that Jake Atlas is a gay man is because you don't think he is. And it's you know what I mean?
Stereotypical gay things, nothing about him. It looks like that. He doesn't. So, I mean, besides his flashy jacket, but everybody in wrestling has a flashy jacket, fucking like that with sequins. Chris Jericho had like 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the perfect. Seriously, like this is the perfect realm for a gay man because everybody in wrestling is a gay man. They're running around wrestling in their underwear, wearing sequins and shit, fucking tiny outfits. Like that's about as gay as it gets, but they're not. So now you have someone that is. That's not your stereotypical gay person. Like, play that shit up. Use it. Like, use it to bring people in. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, it pisses me off. Be more diverse.
I guess so. No, but I hear you. I mean, you're totally right. I don't get it either because, I mean, he could be the poster boy, basically. Like,
yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, people like all types of shows bring different types of ethnicities and sexualities and things onto the shows to snatch a different demographic. Like white males 18 to 49 does not have to be the only graphic in wrestling.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys, I let that go on.
Anyway, how'd the match go?
This was fire.
I hear you though. It's worth mentioning anytime he's fucking on. So, but anyway,
Escobar's finisher at the end, that like butterfly DDT knee drop to the chest or face, whatever.
Oh my god!
Like, and that was a dope reversal to Atlas's stars, whatever his DDT off the top rope. That was a dope reversal to it.
Yeah, I think the.
Oh my god! Yeah, I popped.
I was gonna say, I think commentary, I think, said, was it Escobar's finish is actually called legado.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they were saying.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. I was just like, I was more shook of the reversal.
I have no idea.
Like that was, I don't think I've ever seen anybody like do anything like that. Like, well, first of all, nobody does that fucking cartwheel DDT anyway, but how he flipped it, reversed it, and turned it into a finisher, like that shit was dope. That was classic shit right there.
That was great.
Oh, it really was. It really was.
So obviously, Escobar hits. We're just gonna call it legado for the win. He walks out still cruiserweight champion, and we move on to the scheduled match of Raquel Gonzalez taking on Xia Li. Now listen, this match did not happen. I don't know why.
Nope.
Boa comes out after Xia Li's music plays for like 15 seconds, and he's basically saying Xia's not here. She's he's like apologizing profusely to Raquel. Raquel then just pops off, kicks him in the head, starts throwing him around.
She whooped his ass.
I was about it, man.
It was too. Her finisher at the end, that was fucking fire, man. She got his ass up. Oh, that was dope.
Raquel Gonzalez is a scary fucking woman.
Yes, she is.
Like,
very aroused.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go there, but me too. I mean, I don't know. I like women that can kick my ass. What can I say?
I'm into it.
Raquel Gonzalez could definitely kick my ass. Like, there is no question.
Disrespect me, baby.
Jesus. But no, I'm all about Raquel. Jesus. Yeah. Well, Katie looks like she's gonna die.
Always do.
Nah, but she's dope. She's dope as fuck, man. Like I really like her.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I felt about her like at first, and she was just like kind of Dakota Kai's bodyguard. I mean, that was a good start for her or whatever. But like, oh my god, now that she's had like some like matches and doing shit like that,
Right.
I'm like, dude, you like
She
they
definitely.
should
Go ahead.
they should push her as like the most evil fucking heel in the whole world.
She needs better. Don't get me wrong. Like she's not quite there on the mic yet,
Yeah.
but she's getting better. Like every time she's out, you could tell she's working on shit and getting better. So I mean, I'm all in for sure. I was already all in with just her and Dakota, but I'm definitely all in if she's gonna be this badass, just fucking people up every week, men or women. I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Boa ain't no joke, from what I understand. I don't really know.
He's not a small guy. Like that lets you know how like he's not a small guy in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the one and only time, Matt, when you listen to this, I hope you appreciate it. I'll agree with Matt and call her Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah. I mean, what else could she fucking be? I mean, she is a fucking giant woman. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, people always like, there's nothing wrong with saying a woman's fucking giant. If a woman's giant, she's fucking giant.
I know that. Well, I'm 5'3", so I'm far from. But Matt just does it because she's tall and the last name Gonzalez. I always like to fight with him about it, but this time I'm gonna agree. So Matt, when you listen to this, I hope you're
happy. She was definitely fucking Giant Gonzalez tonight. She put it when she kicked him when he was like getting out the ring, like that kick was fucking. Yeah, that looked like she really kicked him in the face. I know it's fake wrestling, but it really looked like she kicked the shit out of him in his face and kicked him out the ring. That shit was fun.
My face still hurts from that kick,
Right.
So, like,
so after Gonzalez whoops Boa's ass, basically, we get like a Chinese dragon kind of like floating along back to the ramp, and we get this weird music, and this older Chinese gentleman walks out. Boa's just real confused. The older man hands Boa a note, and then does something on his hand. And then he just bows, and then he walks away. And Boa looks confused and scared. I'm also just confused.
I mean, but I'm confused in a good way because it's something different. And it's not the normal, like, NXT, like, super serious, take ourselves serious shit. We're actually getting some different things and different vibes for them, which the Dexter Loomis shit, not now that I'm doing, like, not just the Halloween Havoc shit, but, like, just in general. Like, we're getting some vibes coming in where they're touching a few different places in the wrestling realm. That's why NXT is the best, because they give you they're starting to finally realize that and not take themselves so serious.
Yeah. I mean, this for sure, like, it's not like a, oh my god, like, I'm confused, I don't like this. I'm intrigued as all hell as to where this is going.
And then accomplished two things. It set that storyline, whatever the fuck that is, going forward, and it made Giant Gonzalez look like a fucking beast beating the brakes off a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so it worked.
That was the big. I mean, that was the biggest takeaway for me. Is if Raquel Giant Gonzalez, needed to look any more like a badass. I mean, is anybody questioning what a beast she is now?
Nope.
You know, I can't, like.
So, after that brutal beating, we get. I said his name was Austin Gray last week. It's August Gray. I was close.
We didn't agree with it, so it tells you how much we know too.
He's getting interviewed backstage, like, oh, last week you came out to attack Timothy Thatcher, and of course, right on cue, Timothy Thatcher starts whooping him. And earlier in the night, we saw Dexter Loomis drawing a very nice picture of Cameron Grimes being scared of the zombie ref. Thatcher,
there. I want to know, is this motherfucker really drawing those? Because if he's drawing those, I think I love him even more than I already do.
I mean,
yeah.
Like, if that's really him doing that shit.
No, I hear you.
I mean, he supposedly drew those pictures of him in Dream a few months ago. Do you remember those?
Yeah, but we still haven't actually seen him draw anything. This time he was like shading some shit in. I'm saying, is that really him
It might
drawing
be.
Yeah, or is it somebody just and he's saying that it's him? Kayfabe.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah.
wasn't really drawing
Well,
shit.
yeah.
He was just filling them in.
It's very possible. He looks like a man of many talents.
I love him so much.
I do too.
So after Thatcher throws Gray into this picture that Loomis drew, I'll put it in quotes, as like literally Thatcher turns around and Dexter Loomis is just right in his business. Like, sir, where did you come from? And that, of course, will lead to a match later in the night, but Dexter Loomis is creepy. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, dude. He's probably the creepiest, scariest dude in all the wrestling that I watch right now. That I like, I'm all about it. Like,
No, the thing with me is I hate horror movies and shit. Like, I hate all that type of shit, but I fucking love Dexter Loomis. I'm sorry. Like I said, every time I see him, I don't care. I just think of like I said, I bring this up all the time, like on Lion King, when the hyenas are saying Mufasa's name and they're all getting like shivers and shit, chills from saying Mufasa. Ooh, do it again. That's how every time I see Dexter Loomis, I get like chills, but like in a good way. Like I'm scared shitless, but I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to see him in a men's restroom, but I like seeing him wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like basically, I don't ever want to piss Dexter Loomis off, or in any way, because I feel like he might chop me up and bury me under his house or some shit.
I don't want to meet
that's
Dexter
the kind.
Loomis at all. I just want to love him from afar.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Next up, we got Tony Storm taking on Candice LeRae. I was waiting for that response.
Anytime you say Tony Storm's name, I'm doing that from now on.
Okay.
Christ.
Okay. It was brought up in like our Twitter chat. Tony looking a little rough in the ring.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, again, I don't want to be that guy, but it's quarantine weight. She ain't wrestled in like 9 months. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not holding it against her because everyone forgets she really was out of work and not wrestling for 6 months. And who knows, like, if she's not at 30, they weren't allowed at the PC because they were closing anyway before quarantine because of the sexual allegations and shit too, right? So, like, more than 6 months, really. So, like, say that they have access to rings and shit over there if they weren't in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of the independent promotions were running and they weren't allowed at the PC. So it's like, I'm not holding that against her. Like, she's too good of a talent. We all know that she can put on a 5-star fucking match at any time with anybody. So, like, these last couple matches have been kind of sloppy and kind of rough. But, like, at the same time, too, like, you try doing any job that you haven't done in 6 months and then your first couple days back, not be kind of shitty at it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I'm not giving her any type of slack or any type of hate for coming out the gate a little rusty.
I thought she looked better last night, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think you're right, Ara, and I think as time goes on, she's gonna get, right back into it. It's just, knocking off that ring rust and stuff. Right. But it still wasn't a bad match. Even the matches that she's had haven't been bad. They just haven't been like Tony Storm good.
Well, not even
what
that.
I'm saying?
The two people that she's had matches with are out of the box fucking good that don't have sloppy matches. So it just makes it look even worse when you're with Candice LeRae, who may be the best women's wrestler in the world and definitely in the promotion. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's gonna look worse when you're with the top people in your profession and your shit's a little off. So it's magnified. Like, but again, all these women have been working the entire quarantine at the PC. She hasn't. So it's like I said,
exactly.
Like if it was a different situation and she was wrestling the whole time, she just put on clunkers with the two best fucking women on the roster. That's one thing, but it's literally her second match back. Well, third if you count when they're in a tag match, I think. So 3 matches in for 6-7 months of being not working. It kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like you were saying, Candice LeRae can't do a bad match. Like the best women's wrestler right now.
I think she has been for a while. I don't think it's just like now. I think maybe
she's in the conversation at the very least for sure.
Yeah, facts a lot.
Yeah, fax machine.
Candice wins after Tony goes into the corner. Candice rolls her up and, heel tactic, puts her little legs on the rope.
That's my thing. Like, they need to figure something out because even her, like, she is the dopest wrestler on. I understand it, but those little legs with Tony's lower bottom, stop. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if it was two of Candice's holding her down. She would have kicked out of that shit. Like, but I get the gesture. I understand it. I really didn't think that she was gonna win this match. Honestly, I thought Tony
didn't either.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to say it's a pleasant surprise, but I mean, like, I definitely didn't see Tony in this match at all.
Well, after
I didn't either. I thought for sure.
Yeah, like I assumed Tony was gonna win, but after Candice picks up the victory, Tony starts whooping her, and then Ghostface appears. Starts helping out Candice, and then Shotzi Blackheart comes out because, as we know, last week, RN's favorite part of NXT was Shotzi's tank getting destroyed.
Boo!
A monster.
You're a hater.
So Ghostface and Candice lay out Shotzi, and Candice is like, "Oh no, like you can take off your mask, it's okay." And it's Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, that wasn't the same Ghostface from Halloween Havoc.
No.
I'm still going with my theory that it's two people.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'm telling you right now, it's two people. If you could just look at her legs in this segment and then go back and watch Halloween Havoc and look at that person's legs, that was a man. Both times that was a fucking man. This was not the same ghost in those instances. It was definitely not the same person at all.
No, agreed. But this wasn't. I wasn't even surprised by this, to be perfectly honest with you.
The internet for fucking 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Don't get me wrong. It's not, but it was just so predictable.
I would have much rather to have them in the thing where they go against each other. Hopefully we get that. Yeah. But I'm not mad at her coming in and being like, I've been saying this forever. I want a woman's faction like Evolution or like any of those, like UE. Like, I want a real women's faction with fucking either Robert Stone or even Johnny now simping for him and being the only guy, and him like coming and helping them win matches and shit, like fucking around because Candice told him to. Like they have gold right there. All they have to do is fucking pounce on. Like, give her a stable. Like, why not? She's the top heel in the promotion for women. Like, you already gave her. She got a heater now. You know what I'm saying? She's got Johnny. Give her 1 or 2 more people, or maybe give them a women's tag team. Like, why not Casey and the other bitch?
Kaden.
You know what I'm saying? Kaden, whatever, the K's, whatever. That'll be something seriously, that'll be something that'll give them a little bit of juice because they don't have any fucking personality besides her being a Ninja Warrior and her being a black chick that can do kicks and shit. That's all you get from them. But if you put them with Candice, like make a fucking faction out of them and give them a little bit of edge and a little bit of piss and vinegar to them, I think that would be dope as shit.
Yeah, like a Charlie's Angels kind of a vibe or something like that.
Like not even that, just some bad bitches like doing crazy fucking people up. Like, them as heels, I think will go in the long run to help them more as face down the line. Because then you can kind of get that soft ass, like white meat baby face vision that everybody has in their mind about Casey too, because she's so tiny and shit and everything like that. But if you gave her a little edge, made them into a heel faction with Candice, like, tell me that shit wouldn't be fire.
I mean, yeah, I hear you because like the Catanzaro chick there, like that, like you said, the white bread fucking, baby face.
Female Ricochet. Like, I hate to say that because they're together and shit, but she's female Ricochet. Like, she's just dope in the ring. Nothing else about her is dope. She's not good on the mic. The other chick isn't either. So like, throw them with fucking Candace. Candace can talk for everybody and Johnny. They don't have to say a fucking word. Just be badasses and fucking take care of fucking Candace's light work, and maybe even get them to bring the titles down there. Put the titles on, tag titles on them for, give them a little run. You know what I'm saying? Down to NXT to build that division back up. Like, there's so many things they could do to work with this. Like, that's. I mean, if I was booking it, that's what I would do. Like, give her a fucking stable. She deserves it. She needs it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And like, how many women's stables have there been? You know, I mean, you could maybe the Riot Squad. You could argue, you know, when there was
count those threes as stables. I'm talking about like.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know,
at least no, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, this shit with like when they all got called up, when the four horsemen got called up, and they was like section.
Oh yeah.
We had that, which I guess you can technically call that like a faction war. But I mean, like, I want a legit faction like UE, just fucking like taking all the gold, kicking everybody's ass, taking names type shit.
Yeah, that would be dope.
And when Johnny's sitting over him and shit, being there like errand boy and shit, and like cheating for him and helping him win matches and shit, like that would be fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
would be entertaining.
I didn't realize how good of a heel Johnny Gargano can be, man. It is so awesome.
I love Johnny. Anything Johnny does, gold.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the next match. Timothy Thatcher taking on Dexter Lumis.
Fire.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite match of the whole show, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, man, is I am so over that Thatch is Thatch cans shit that they were doing. Like, and Timothy Thatcher, like, is so good in the ring, and he gives me like Oni Lorcan kind of vibes, but better than he is. You know, like
that's pretty fucking accurate.
Like, yeah, just like a Street Fighter dude, but like actually has like, you know, wrestling training. So it was like, yeah, stop with this like wrestling school shit and let him show what he can do in the ring, like they did yesterday, you know.
Bro, that shit is like they have so misjudged his character and what he could be. Like his run and Evolve, he didn't say fucking shit when he did. It was like when Undertaker and Paul Bearer first got together. It was one or two liners every once in a while. He let his ring work speak for itself, and he carried the Evolve Championship for over a year. And like I said, then when they got kind of like scared with him not saying shit, they gave him Michael Bivens to talk for him, which was like a weird combination because he was so straightforward in the ring and then kick ass, and then they gave him Michael Bivens to talk for him, or Malcolm Bivens, whatever the fuck his name is now, Stokely Hathaway in Evolve. But like it is so like they don't need to do this dumb shit with him. Let him go in and just beat the brakes off people and call it a fucking day.
Yeah, because like it's not even that he's bad talking. It's just like, dude, like just shut up, man. Like you would be like a bigger badass if you did stuff like what you just said, you know?
Right.
Sorry, I like that I don't have to talk all the time, so I was just letting that happen.
That's what we're here for.
Obviously the match was amazing. At one point, Lumis hits he has a spine buster, I think. It was spine buster or power. I don't remember what it was. So he like hurt his shoulder or his arm or something, so he's like constantly shaking out the whole match. So obviously Thatcher's like, oh well, there's my target. Thatcher's, as much shit as we give him for his Thatch can stuff, his submissions are great. He's a fantastic wrestler. God.
Yeah.
Fire.
He literally had Lumis in a submission, but like turned it into some weird pin because Cameron Grimes, crazy country ass, came out and tried to get in the ring. So after Thatcher pins Lumis, Cameron Grimes then attacks Dexter Lumis, puts a sack over his head. And then after he did that, he keeps saying, "Look me in my eyes, Lumis." First of all, he can't see. Try again.
Thank you. I was thinking that the whole fucking time too. I'm glad somebody said it.
And he does a freaking cave-in while Dexter Lumis is sitting on a chair because Lumis grabbed one and started swinging. And listen, when they put the sack on his face, I immediately thought of Scarecrow from the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I love Batman. Like, Christopher Nolan series, amazing. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Cameron Grimes just pisses me off at this point. He's batshit country crazy. And you're taking on Dexter Lumis? That man's a psychopath.
I like it.
I love it, man. I am all about Cameron Grimes, man. I love that guy. I think he has like serious like star potential, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like the to the moon shit is like gold. That's fucking gold, you know? And like the fact that he has the balls still to be like, fuck you, Dexter Lumis, like literally the scariest guy in wrestling right now is dope. It's fucking dope. And I love it.
It's ballsy.
Yeah.
Fire.
Ballsy man. After that weird ass ending, we got Johnny waiting outside Regal's office. He cooled down after earlier. He's like, I'm fine. Calm, cool, collected, whatever. And he's like, Regal, this decision should be, like, get rid of it. I don't want it. It wasn't my idea. It was a joke. It was a goof. Like, I don't no, please. He's like begging William Regal. He's like, reverse it. I don't want. I'm still champ. And Regal said, no. Leon Ruff is the champ. Close the door in Johnny's face, and Johnny throws a temper tantrum.
Perfect.
Gold.
Yeah, that's exactly what he should be doing.
Right.
I just love Johnny Gargano. Like,
Oh, yeah.
His heel turn has just been so good for him.
And he's so good, he doesn't need the title. Like, he doesn't need a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. And to me, this was like the match earlier was just like a kind of a funny gimmicky way to like put Leon Ruff over, you know.
Right.
That's and it was like so like you're gonna get Johnny just throwing a fucking awesome tantrum, you know. And so like I was all about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So from one half of one of the best tag teams ever DIY to the other half of one of the best tag teams ever DIY, Tommaso Ciampa gives a promo. He's sitting in like a garage or something. He's talking about 16 years in this business and how he was trained by like some of the toughest men. He said Killer Kowalski and Harley Race. And like they didn't have to tell you how tough they were. They let their actions speak for themselves. But now if you ask anyone, everyone's tough, especially in the NXT locker room. And he said he's old school. He's the last of a dying breed. And I think he said this 2020 NXT locker room culture is going to change, and Tommaso Ciampa is that change. And then he just gets up and walks away.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I hate it, but I agree with you, man. I thought that this was like just cheesy as fuck.
It's just the same old shit for him.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. I mean, like, I don't know.
Here's the thing: is that like we were talking about the face stuff earlier, the baby face. This is exactly what it is for me. It's just like, okay, man, like every goddamn baby face in the whole world says that at one point, and then they say it again, and then they say it again, and fucking few more times after that, and you're like, dude, I get it. You're a leader in the locker room, and you're not gonna. These young kids don't know what's going on. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
I want fucking crazy ass heel Ciampa carrying around a crutch for no reason, choking motherfuckers out with a knee brace. Like, that's the Ciampa I want. The Sicilian psychopath. That's who I want. I don't want this fucking old disgruntled vet halfway tweener shit. No, I want him crazy as all fucking hell, calling a belt Goldie and kissing it and shit, fucking loving on it like one of his kids. That's the Ciampa that got him to where he's at. That's the Ciampa that made him a star in NXT. And that's the Ciampa that we all grew to love and hate at the same time. That's who we need. That's who I want back. Not this tweener fake Stone Cold bullshit. Be fucking the Sicilian psychopath fucking people up for no reason at all.
Yep.
So we
Facts.
want we want Psycho
Facts
Killer.
machine.
We want Psycho Killer back. I understand. I mean, you guys basically said everything. Like, there's.
This is a Moxley promo. I mean, that's just flat out.
What's that?
This is a Moxley before fucking Eddie Kingston promo.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so from the promo to that very well done Prime Target video package they did for Rhea versus Io. I mean, I'm intrigued. Like, I like that they continue to show that Rhea lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania, even though she didn't fucking need to, and she shouldn't have, but that's none of my business. And Io being the badass high flyer that she is and still saying she's not afraid of Rhea. I'm excited because that's next week. They're having their title match.
Oh, yeah.
I just hope he.
Oh, that's right.
You just hope
I
what,
forgot
Aaron?
that it was next
I
week.
just hope Io wins.
To go back to the WrestleMania thing, I'm pretty sure there was like Rhea Ripley had to go back to like Australia for a while, and so that's why she lost at WrestleMania, if I remember correctly.
It was something with her visa and shit, I thought.
Yeah. So like I don't think that the plan was for her to lose until real world like reared its head, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
I could be
remember
wrong
hearing-
about that.
I feel like I remember hearing something about that. Like,
I'm almost
I don't know-
positive it was, but she had some visa issues, whatever. She had
I think you're right.
Which that sucks because, like, Rhea's great.
She was gone for a minute too. Like,
Yeah, she was gone for a few months,
yeah.
and I don't know. I'm still just bitter that they put the title back on Charlotte because they didn't fucking need to.
Nope.
I'm gonna be bitter about it forever because it pisses me the fuck off. Because hot take, I think Charlotte's overrated as hell, but that's for a different show.
Yeah, that's definitely take that shit somewhere else.
I will take that shit somewhere else. You're damn right I will.
It's not that she's overrated; she's oversaturated. She's like Wolverine in the comic industry. He's fucking everywhere on every fucking team. He can't die. So like, it's like he doesn't need to be on every fucking super team. And that's how they did with Charlotte. She's not overrated in any way, shape, or fucking form. Talent wise, she may be the most talented woman ever. But when you keep shoving her fucking down our face like they did, it was the Roman effect. They kept putting her everywhere. She kept winning every fucking match. She kept winning every title. She was already a fucking 10, 11, 12, 13 time champion. She's only been on the main roster, 4 or 5 years? Like, she's about to catch her dad in, not even a third of his career time?
Yeah. No, that's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? It's oversaturation.
That's what it is.
Although I'll say this, man. I really liked her at last NXT Women's Champion run. I thought she was a total badass.
Hell yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not saying that you guys are wrong about that stuff, but Jesus, man, that was like, because before Charlotte didn't like, and I've only been watching again for like, going on 3 years now. So like a lot of that stuff I didn't even, know about, you know what I mean? To be perfectly honest. But like before that, like Charlotte wasn't like, I mean, I got her in ring was dope in the, her family and all that stuff. But there was just something that wasn't resonating with me with her, you know what I'm saying? And then like when that shit happened, I was like, holy fuck, now I get it. Now I get why Charlotte's so fucking dope. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. It was just oversaturation. Somebody as good as her doesn't need to wrestle. They don't need to be in fucking meaningless matches all the time.
Yeah.
For a win. And that's another thing too. Like, she didn't have to win every single fucking match every time she was on TV. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just plain oversaturation. Somebody as special as her shouldn't have been there. She should have just had her promo time and get her the fuck out of there. Wrestle once in a while, like on a special occasion that you needed her to wrestle on Raw or SmackDown. But save her ass for the fucking pay-per-views when you need her. Like, it was just clear oversight. And then they kept swapping her back and forth. Every time they'd switch her, like she never stayed on one brand for long. They kept popping her in and out of everything. And then even have her on fucking brand shows where she wasn't even on the fucking brand anymore. Like,
you don't even go here.
Exactly. Literally.
I mean, come on. That Bianca Belair was fucking
the
so fire, though.
truest statement I've ever heard in my entire life.
Literally, it summed up Charlotte Flair in the last 3 years perfectly.
I hear you, but holy crap, man. If she wasn't there, we wouldn't have gotten that.
Nah. I fuck with Charlotte heavy. But I can understand why somebody would feel how Katie felt. Like, it's not a pump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that she's overrated.
Overrated was probably not the correct word. I'm just over it, I should just say.
No, I understand that.
Oversaturated is the fucking word. They gave us too much of her all the time too soon. Like, give her a fucking break. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the NXT run, like you said, was perfect for her to go back. Like, get her off the regular TV for a little while, but they didn't even keep her off regular fucking TV. She was still on Raw and SmackDown and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, what was the point of taking her to NXT if you were still gonna fucking keep her on every goddamn show? Even I'm surprised she wasn't on fucking Main Event.
I mean, you're right. She was. It was like 2-3 weeks in a row where she was on like every goddamn show. It was
all 3 shows for like maybe a month.
Yeah, it was a long time. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. You know, like you said, I mean, the Roman Reigns, that was the problem with her. And that sucks too. And it sucks with Roman Reigns because he's dope too, you know, that shit happened to him.
It's
whatever.
Because once WWE sees they have a star, they're like, oh, everyone needs to see this person every week, multiple times a week.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what they've been doing.
But that's on us too for constantly wanting content and constantly craving more and more and more because they didn't always do like that. Most of the time, you only saw your champ. You didn't see your champ wrestle until the pay-per-view. Maybe the go-home show, but it was normally the heel kicking his ass, being on top to get you to watch the pay-per-view. Like, people forget that. Like, champs, and sometimes shit, even NWA, you only saw your champion once every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, because he had to travel to all the under territories under the NWA banner. So it's like, they didn't always do this. They just started doing this now because of this fucking internet culture where everybody wants everything now, more. But it backfired. And so you had your biggest star who right now, look what he's doing. We could have had this 5 years ago. But they were so fucking trumped up on him being a star and trying to force him down our throats. They wanted to John Cena him and not make him heel. Or imagine if we had got him heel 4 or 5 years ago. How big? We probably wouldn't even have him anymore. He'd probably already be in Hollywood. Real talk.
Probably. All right.
Yeah.
We went on a nice little tangent, but we got to talk about the main event it was the last title match. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch taking on Breezango. How'd you guys feel about this match?
I'm not gonna miss this match.
It was okay, but I gotta tell you, I think I'm already over the Pat McAfee action. Like, I really, really do. Like, I liked it, like, you know, for a minute, and I thought that first promo that he put out there was pretty good, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it feels like he's like the head frat boy at a frat house, and I'm like, fuck you, man.
That's
you
what
know,
it looks like too.
But and I'm not mad at any of that. Like, I get that, but like, put him with some fucking people that matches his energy. Like, this group does not make sense in any way, fucking shape or form. Like, I get the premise of it. Like, they all got wronged or got their asses handed to them by Undisputed Era. I get that. But these guys, who they are and who they were before they got with him, do not match his swag or his energy or his persona in any fucking way. Like, it makes zero sense. That's why it's not resonant. I don't think it's so much Pat. I just think that it's the people that he's around. Their charisma is so badass. Like, he outshines them at all times. Like, and that's even Pete Dunne for real to a certain extent. Like, Pat McAfee is just a bigger star than those other three people at this time in their careers. That's just the fucking brass tacks of it.
No, for sure. And, like I said earlier, with Timothy Thatcher kind of reminded me of like Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. If you want to start a faction like with those dudes, why not pair them together? You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see the three of those guys together really fucking shit up, but whatever, yeah. And Pete Dunne is just supposed to be like this, stoic badass, basically. And he is, and he's good at it. And then you get like Pat McAfee like cheerleading, and it's like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense,
Not one fucking bit. And a lot of it is too that UE is not around. Like they were put together to fucking fight UE, but where the fuck is UE at?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that would make it feel better too. I don't know, but I don't know. It's not really working for me.
Nope.
I don't know. All I know is that the end of this match, there was a lot of, shenanigans by McAfee and Dunn. And they end up, like, Burch and Lorcan end up hitting their finish on Dango for the win. And then Drake Maverick comes out at one point trying to even the odds because they basically killed Killian Dane last week.
Yeah.
So then it, like, after the match, it just turns into a hodgepodge of chaos. Everyone's just, they're basically beating down Dango, Breeze, and Maverick. And it ends with the field goal kick to Tyler Breeze by Pat McAfee. And he grabs the camera and he does the, I didn't even write it down. It's the, we're great, you suck, cheers, or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over this Kings of NXT bowl that they're doing.
It's dumb.
It's awful.
So dumb.
Like, it also would be different if UE was there. They gotta be coming back in the next, like, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Adam.
yeah, I mean, maybe this shit will we'll be reporting on it on the Smack Raw podcast when he will actually start fucking talking. But I don't know, maybe it will be better. Because like, I mean, like when Pat McAfee and Adam Cole were like cutting promos on each other, I would take more of that all day long, because Pat McAfee can talk. He really, really can. And, I just, who knows,
I don't know.
Plus that motherfucker wasn't even an actual kicker. He was a punter. So I don't know what they're talking about kicking a field goal.
I just said field goal kick because, like, that's what it made him, it look like he was lining up to do. I actually forgot he was a punter.
No,
because
I think that's what
don't care about Pat McAfee.
Well, fair enough. I just remember him. I remember him from the NFL when he would get a good punt, he'd do the Vince McMahon strut or whatever, and it was funny because he was a punter, and it was like good.
Good job, bud.
I don't know. It was like, yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that was our NXT recap. When you watch this on YouTube, if you decide to watch it, leave us a comment on what you thought of NXT, who you think the other ghost faces. Just ask us some questions in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, youtube.com/SmackRawPodcast. Anything else before we sign off, guys?
Nah, just looking forward to next week's show, and follow us on Facebook, Mean Jelly Bean Memes. Follow us on Twitter, Mean Jelly Bean Productions. Follow me on Twitter, Mr.8984. What's good?
Kev.
All the ladies can at me. That's cool. But other than that, leave me alone.
Well, what's your at for these?
Just kidding.
For these ladies you want to at you, what's your at on Twitter?
They already know.
Oh my god! And tweet us at the show at SmackDrawPod on Twitter. I believe it's just SmackDrawPod.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well,
You can at me at Kevin Crazy 316.
there you go. That you don't even have to tweet me. Just tweet at the show. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye.
Good job, buddy.